So, hey everyone, welcome to this podcast show. My name is Smart Hopewell, for those of you who don't know who I am. And for all intents and purposes right now, this is called In the Lab. And in the Lab is basically creative conversations with creative people, predominantly people who are dyslexic and work in the creative field, and also people who aren't dyslexic, because all creative people have some type of genius, and we want to talk about that. We want to talk about some of their daily struggles. We want to talk about what it was like getting into their career or business, if they or you run your own business. And we also want to talk about things to do with tech, excuse me, and also things to do with tips and sharing tips with you guys, maybe to help you get some lifelong goals or dreams accomplished. So, this is hopefully going to be a weekly podcast show, and I'm really looking forward to getting into it. Right now, I'm just kind of preparing, but I wanted to do some kind of welcome message. So, welcome. If you're just tuning into this for the first time, this podcast will be available on as many platforms as I can make it available on. I believe Spotify is one of the platforms, Google Play. I'm not 100% sure if iTunes is available, but I will double check that and maybe let you guys know in a tweet. So I'm still working on names right now. One of the names that I was thinking about using was No Other Name. On a kind of play to say, like, I don't like the idea of. In fact, I spoke about this when I went to a dyslexia adult networking event. Was it yesterday? Was it on Tuesday? Excuse me, Tuesday evening, and it was really great. And so many different questions were asked. There was another speaker there whose name is Laura, and she is a illustrator and art psychologist. If I'm right or wrong, please correct me, Laura, because I forget things. I should have written this down before I started doing this. But it was really great. I got a chance to meet lots of other people who are dyslexic in some way, shape, or form, or maybe have a disability or a learning disability. And it was really exciting to be in a room with so many diverse types of people with all kinds of different information. And it was great to just listen and also contribute to that general conversation. I personally was speaking, and I was able to kind of share some of my journey from the beginning to where I am now, even though I'm pretty sure I skipped out on a lot of stuff, but it still, I hope it went well. And lots of people said it was really good to listen to and really encouraging and inspiring for them. So definitely looking forward to doing more with Dyslexia Scotland. And yeah, hopefully maybe I can get one of the Dyslexia Scotland team on the show, which would be really cool and a good way to promote Dyslexia Scotland, I think, in everywhere or anywhere that this podcast is listened to. So, if you're interested in this podcast show, let me know. Either by favoriting it if you're on the Anchor app, which, by the way, this is predominantly an Anchor podcast. I just really believe in the Anchor platform because they're giving everything away for free, and that has always been a huge thing for me when it comes to design or any kind of like media or tech. I always believe that giving people things for free is important. And I know what it's like to come from a financially challenged background in the past, and how hard it is when you need to do something and you can't afford it or you don't have the money to do it. So thank you, Anchor, for making this platform available and constantly being innovative and developing stuff to help people like myself start a podcast show in a lot easier way. It took 20 years for that to happen, but it finally happened, and I'm super excited. So, but yeah, back to the point. If anybody is interested in being a co-host for In the Lab, I guess, or No Other Name, I'll probably do a Twitter poll to find out if people even like those names. I did a logo last night that I changed like 10 times. I'm not kidding. And I couldn't work out which one of those I liked and if it was even attractive enough. So maybe I'll post. I wish Twitter did polls for pictures. I know MKBHD, if anybody knows him, he's a YouTuber. Marcus Brownlee partnered with Twitter, and Twitter enabled him to essentially do a Twitter poll, but with images. So Twitter, if you're listening to this, I would kind of like to do the same, even though I'm not famous. I don't have the Twitter tick of approval because I'm not at that level just yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there, and one day I'll be able to look at my Twitter profile and be like, I'm verified. I am a verified person on Twitter, and this makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, yeah. So, and also, if you're a creative person and you would like to be interviewed or have a creative conversation with me, get in touch. Tweet me or at me on Instagram. Is that a thing? Or just email me, which I haven't set up an email for this podcast, so I'll probably just give my own, which is smarthopewell@gmail.com. And it's literally, yeah, my name is Smart, SMART. And last name is Hope and then Well, so HOPEWELL. I don't know why I'm spelling in a podcast, but sometimes people can't understand my accent very clearly, so I'm trying to actuant. Is it actuant or actuant? Okay. Yeah, you can tell I didn't do well in English in school. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for this first episode. I appreciate you if you are listening to this, and I hope, if anything at all, you've maybe gotten a smile out of it, because that's my goal, is to encourage people and bring hope through this podcast show. So I can't wait to do the first official episode or the first official second episode. But in the meantime, stay blessed. God bless. Peace.